We're telling our followers, good. Keep telling them, tell them where to go. I love telling people where to go. And that's what I hope to be doing for the next 10, 15 years of my life, whatever the hell I have left. And let's see, let me get YouTube going. Okay, maybe we got that. Okay, and we got Let's Go Help going. Yeah, there is student loan. Biden has done so much for student loans. I mean, I can't believe it. And I don't care who's in office. I just care about the programs and what happens, and let people know about them, because people don't know. I mean, I'm a news junkie here in Washington because everybody is. You know, we live in a city where if we have a garbage strike in Washington D.C., that will never be the headlines. You know, if I lived in Pittsburgh, that would be a headline, right, on the front page of every newspaper. Here, no, somebody farts in the White House, and that's the headline. So we never know about living here. And that's sort of nice because we got a bigger issue involved than just us. And it's interesting. But now, this is a bigger issue involved with everybody. There's an article today in the New York Times business section. I still get, they're probably one of the few newspapers, and I'm used to reading newspapers. You know, I've been doing this for 50 years. And it's nice because I could clip them out like this. Yeah. Online, I can't clip and print and all that kind of stuff. So if I talk about it, it's easier for me to have a note because I just read the article. And this is an article. It said after the glitch, they had a big problem with the Department of Education trying to get student loans back on track because they changed them so much. They changed them so much in that they're giving away people don't have to pay anymore. Millions and millions of people don't have to pay. Let me go. Okay, on July 1, millions of federal student loan borrowers will see their monthly bills dropped, some by as much as half. Half the people. Okay, people are going to get their student loan payments dropped by 50%, and others are going to start paying zero. Now listen to this. On the zero payments. Where is it? People on the plan, on the new plan, people on the SAVE plan, that's a SAVE, can have the remaining loan balances eliminated in 10 to 20 years. And listen to this. Efforts have led to elimination of $167 billion in debt for nearly 5 million people. So this program, SAVE, S-A-V-E, eliminated $167 billion for 4 million borrowers to qualify for zero monthly payments. See, now you can make zero monthly payments. And apparently how this works is that what they do is you put in your income, go to StudentAid.gov, StudentAid.gov, look for the SAVE plan. And I may be mistaken about this. That's why never trust me for the answer. You trust the government office that's giving out the money. That's the true answer. Anybody else is just trying to understand it. And they may or may not. So if you go to StudentAid.gov and you sign up for the SAVE program, what you do is you put in your income there. And then what they say is that, okay, you only have to make a payment that is after they say, okay, here's a minimum wage we think you should have income. So maybe it's $30,000 or something like that. They decide how many people you have and all that kind of stuff. So that's what you need to live. Now, anything over that, you pay 10% of what's over that as a student loan. So if you're making less than that, then you pay zero. If you're paying more than that, they're reducing it from 10% to 5%. So that means you're going to get what you would normally pay, it will be in half. So they're cutting your payments in half. And this is all started July 1. Now, the other thing is that they're so far behind, you also get a forbearance month. You won't have to pay in July, it looks like, from what I could understand here. and then you have 10 years and it all goes away. Now, it depends. It may be 10, maybe 20, you have to check. And it's for graduate loans are different than undergraduate loan. And there's all ifs, ands, or buts. And so you get your butt in there and find out what the hell is going on, okay? And you have to do that. And they're... call them. They're going to be mobbed right now, and that's understandable. But wait on hold. You have nothing to lose by waiting on hold. And so what if it takes you an hour to wait on hold? Man, if you're going to save $50,000, you could wait 10 hours, right? And that's why you get the help you need. Now, another place you get free help with that, a lot of the people that provide free help, okay, for any financial situation, is if you go to findhelp.org, and then you put in your zip code, and then you put in financial assistance, okay, and you'll find free consultants there that are help you with any kind of financial problem. So they'll probably know about this because they help people with financial problems, and half the country has a student loan, so they're going to have to keep up on this, and this is where to find out. So that's why you go to StudentAid.gov, StudentAid.gov, okay, or you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then put in financial assistance. Or here's the third option, okay? There's always options in life. That's a problem is, and people don't know their options because they're going to Google. Stay out of Google, because every option you find in Google is going to cost you money. You don't want to do that. Please don't do that. You don't have that money. If you're in debt, that means you don't have money to spare. And because you have to put it towards that. What if consolidated your loans? Well, call them to make sure how that, because you can. I mean, if you put it in a student loan. So you don't ask me a question like that. You got to get it from the horse's mouth. The people who know the laws, people who wrote the laws. That's who you want. People who wrote the laws, and that's in StudentAid.gov. Wait online. What the hell? Play solitaire or whatever it is where you're waiting online. Or if you can't get through, you have a problem, you call your elected official, okay? Come to Europe and study. College is nowhere. You're right. I used to sell that all the time. Man, it's a fraction. Even if you don't live there, it's free. I think Germany has free college, and all of them. You pay $2,000 is a lot. Here you pay $50,000. That's crazy. Or another thing too about that is go get a skill. If you get a skill, the government will teach you a skill where you could make $100,000, and they'll teach it to you for free, or actually even pay you while you're learning a skill. This is book stuff. This is stuff like being an electrician, or being an IT person, or being in healthcare. Well, they train you and pay you while you're being trained. And so you don't have to go in debt $100,000. You get paid while you're learning how to make $100,000 in income. Now that sounds like a lot better with no debt. You have no debt. You get on a thing and you're making a good living, and you have no debt. Now that's what you want to consider. I mean, and it's not that all college is bad. No, of course not. But if you don't have money, you got to play the game. I mean, you got to create income first. I mean, to me, what's silly is trying to spend money to get out of debt. No, you don't have to do that. And there's too many ways to not do that. Because if it doesn't work out, if you're spending money to get out of debt and that doesn't work out, then you're further in debt. That's stupid. You've tried that already. And this one sounds good. Yes, it sounds good if you go to Google, because there's somebody in Google who will convince you that this is the best thing you're going to do ever in your life. And you're not armed to deal with those people. You can't. Because they think about this 24 hours a day. They do scientific studies. They've been saying this 1,000 times, and they know what triggers people to give them money. So you don't stand a chance in there. So you get out of there, please, and get the help you need. The other way is on the 211.org, findhelp.org, nonprofit and government offices. Go to Chat GPT or something like that, or what do they call that for Bard? It's not, I forget, Galaxy, is that what the Google one is? Any of those, IT, and put in, I need money for job training from government offices and nonprofit organizations in the city you live in, okay? And put that. And that's the way to find it. You just find people, because that's like doing real research. I like AI because it's real stuff. You don't get people selling you shit like you do in Google. Google is for sales. It's e-commerce. It's all e-commerce. Commerce means money, okay? And if you don't have money, you stay away from people that trying to get money. And that's what e-commerce is all about. It's trying to get money from other people. You don't have money, so stay out of that game until you have money to throw away. And only go to places where they don't have people selling you something. And AI is one of those things. So you go to AI, put in things like that. And if you're a member, we have all this reports we'll sell you, to give you to take advantage of those things. So you want to go to StudentAid.gov, okay? You want to go to HUD.gov/counseling to make an appointment with a financial counselor. You want to go to commoncause.org, commoncause.org, and contact your elected official. You have two, I would start with senators and the congressperson. That's 3 offices there. Ask them for help. All these places, remember, they may or may not work out. Then you go to the next one. It may or may not work out. That's what it is. For jobs and job training and stuff like that, you go to careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org. And you call people. You don't just look at their websites, because that'll get you nowhere. You got to call people, tell them what you're up to, and to see if they can help. And if they can't help, then what you have to do is say, hey, where else do you think I could go? Because they help people like you every day solve these kinds of problems. So let them show you other organizations that do this, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. You could go to AI, and I've done this for like rent grants. Man, you can find 200 organizations where you live that help people with rent. They're the people you should be talking to. Not any of these people in Google that just want to get money from you. Please don't do that. Okay, any members have a quick question before I got so much shit to do today. Let me take some member help here. What we got? Tammy's there. Sweetest heart in the world. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Irving, hi. I got to send out the stipends checks too today to members that help members. See what we do at Let's Go Help, we have members who have gotten money from the government and stuff like that. They help other members, and they go on live like I am now, and you could talk to them and they'll tell you how they did it. And I think that's better than anything else. Okay, I have no sound. Is that on purpose? This is the first time attending. Anybody else? Tammy, are we hearing, can people hear us? I would think that other people would say that. I applied for help from a place called the Greystone Foundation, and I found with your help. Make a long story short, they approved me, called the place and make a payment. They didn't accept credit cards. Why do you have to make a payment to them? I think you should just start looking up my criminal record and background and questioning everything about my past, getting into personal stuff. It made me feel like I'm doing something illegal. Well, I would be careful with that, Michelle. I don't know them. The first thing what I would do is you could go to, what I do a lot is go to bbb.org, Better Business Bureau, and put Greystone Foundation. Put in, search Greystone Foundation reviews on Google and see if you see some organization grant. Thank you. Jeffrey, do you hear me? Tammy, yes, we can hear you. Okay, a grant, I guess that's something you have. You said that earlier, right? Still can. Good morning. Who else? Anybody else? I can't hear you. A grant. We can hear you. Oh, thank you, Megan. Oh, so in other words, the members come on and they get a stipends for doing it, but it's really from their heart. They're really trying to help people because they know, like I do, I want to help as many people I can before I die because I think that is how I'm going to grow my heart. And that's the only thing I have left to get better with. I think I could love better than other people. I can't get stronger, I can't get faster, I can't get wiser, or whatever, but I could try to love better. And I think we could all do that at any age. Grant, exit out and come back in. Good. Where do I find the rent grant programs? Get our Jamel. Get our Let's Go Meta Grant report. And it shows you how to find them where you live. And one way, for those who are not members, you go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code and put in rent, and you'll see. Oh, I see the link. Okay, Grant. Yeah, there's always an answer. We're usually wrong or just don't know how to use these goddamn technology crap. What you said is very touching. Thank you, Michelle. But it's true, and there's. I'm trying to lead with my heart on everything I do because that's the only thing that feels great. You know, it really feels great. And I just want to do it more. I know it's not acceptable, and I may get canceled or whatever because I'm telling too much. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking die anyway, like everybody. I don't know why we worry, but I'm sure. And somebody's gonna get pissed off no matter what you do. So you might as well please yourself first. And I find that loving and giving is just the best thing I can do for myself, my insides. And there's nothing better to do for yourself instead of loving. And you won't be able to love, I think, unless you present it yourself. You can't wait for other people to love you first. Oh, no, I'm going to love you first. No. You better love me first. No. You have to create that feeling, I feel. Big facts. What to do, we want, we care, and show it how we want. Megan, big facts. We do what we want, we care, and we show how we want. Yeah, that's right, I think, and that's right. Loving is showing that you need that, and that's why you do it. So that's why I think if you do it more, you open yourself up to receive it more, and that's the key. And then, sure, you're going to get beat up. People are going to take advantage of you, whatever, but they're going to do that anyway. Even if you're not loving. I can't hear. I can hear. Oh, okay. and so you might as well just enjoy life as much as you can. You're gonna walk outside and get hit by a fucking bus anyway. And they're not loving, right? So you have no control over that. What do you think about the United Arab is no longer using USD as its principal currency? No, I don't care. There are too many other problems I'm worried about, and not smart enough to know I have an MBA and 7 years of business school, and I still don't know the economics. What the hell were It's all a mystery to me, and that's why if there's so much mystery in life that you just got to open your heart and flow with it. You're not going to control much of this. This is a train going through. You control yourself is about all you could do, and hang on for the bumpy ride. And that's what I'm trying to do, is take out some of the bumps here. And the people that work with me are so wonderful like that. They know that showing care will help you get through the problem. Now, we may or may not have the answer. There are a lot of answers out there, and we try to help you, direct you to the one that will work for you. We can't guarantee it, but you have to try, and that's the key to anything. You try, and then at least I think what happens, it disappears. The anxiety disappears once you know your options. Because if you don't know your options, then you think life is going to be over if something doesn't happen, and you can't get rid of that. And the only way to get rid of that is by trying to get rid of it, trying to find options, because that will dissipate the monster that's built up in your head. And you do that by asking people for help. I try to worry about my problems instead of the country's problem, right? All right. Yeah, it's interesting. You can have an opinion and all that kind of stuff, which we all do. But I think if you solve your own problems first, and help others is a way to push that down. And it doesn't mean you want to be ignorant, but what are you going to put? I tell you about how do you get a grant to have a new roof put on? Donald, you remember, so look at item number 8 in the Let's Go Meta Grant report. And you have to start calling people. You start calling people that fix up houses for free. There'll be a couple dozen where you live. And you go down the list and start calling them all and see who can help you. And that will lead you to the one eventually. You make enough calls and you get it, okay? Listen, I got so much work I got to do. I'm going to take off now. I hope to come back later today. And don't forget to see that article in the New York Times. I can't get a link to it for some reason. And I see there's some problems with the New York Times. But here is the article. It says, after the glitch, good news on payments for students. So you want to go to StudentAid.gov. Okay, weatherization, that's right, Teresa. But there's a lot of other programs for that too. That's just one. So when you get one, you got to go to the next, then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. Like getting a job or getting a date, anything you want to do in life. There's always next, 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 next. What about help for car repair? Yes, tomorrow in 2 days, on the 15th, apply for our car repair grant. Okay, Robert? And the deadline is the 15th. So this is the 13th. So you have 2 days. And we're working on announcing the winners for the 4th, where we gave out $40,000. So that is on the 15th. We have a new deadline. Now you also go into the Let's Go mini grant report, and you'll see, I forget what it is, maybe like item number 10 about getting grants for car repair. And you could also go to Find Help and go put in your zip code and look under car repair. I went on AI and put in, here you go on AI and put in, I'm looking for help for car repair from government offices and nonprofit organizations in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or wherever you live. And AI will send you a list. And if they send you 10, say you need 30 organizations. I need 30 nonprofit and government offices that provide free help with car repair in Pennsylvania, and see what they get. And when they give you the 30, then say, I want 30 more. And then you start contacting each one of those. There's no shortcut. You would like a shortcut, but unfortunately, the world is too big to have a shortcut for everybody. So what you have to do is learn the system and make your own shortcut. I don't know of an easier way, but you never know. Oh, and 7 o'clock tonight, we got Tammy and Ethel. That's a vaudeville team. They just came from 2 weeks in Vegas. They were entertaining there. And they're going to be with us tonight at 7 p.m. live on letsgohelp.com. And you will see this straight from Las Vegas, Nevada. AI is a shortcut. You're right. Okay, wonderful, adorable people. Thank you so much for opening my heart every single day. I'm going to be here till the end. See you then. Maybe after, too. Oh, what do you think?